everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C. I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Another week gone by, another week. Hopefully you had some fun during the week. I know you probably had a lot of work. Work sucks. And hopefully we can make you forget about that for a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. I keep saying we. If you've been with the show, you know who I'm talking about. If you haven't been with the show, let me introduce you to my good friend, Dave. Dave, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you, Don?
Doing good. You're wearing your nice shirt from outer space.
That's right.
Looks like galaxies from far and wide, and the galaxy far, far, far away. And I see you've got Baby Yoda with you always. And
as always, yes.
You brought him back from a far, far, far away galaxy.
That's right. I like my Star Wars shirts, man. I got to get more for the podcast, you know.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Dave likes to wear a new shirt every day for the podcast, so it's gonna be
expensive podcast.
Expensive podcast for Dave. Me, I just rotate shirts. Did I wear the same one? I don't know. Do you know? It's a possibility. Me neither. I don't know. Maybe the viewers know. If you do, you do. If you don't, perfect. Then we're good. Basically what the show is Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I just shoot the shit with you. If you have a question, though, and you want a specific thing answered, you send it to us, shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Good job, Dave.
Thank you.
And what happens is Dave gets the emails. He reads them. He knows what they are. I have no idea, like most of the shows that I do here. I don't know what's going on. He reads it to me. I respond live, and that's how it goes. Hopefully, I hit it out of the park. It's a good answer, and you like it, and you feel better about yourself. Or I cut you at the knees, and you don't feel good about yourself, and I'm an asshole. But either way, I shoot it straight. But that's how we do this, and that's what we do. And we talk about current events also, and we try and have a good time with them because life is too serious. So stop being so serious. Jeez Louise, have some fun in your life. No? Isn't that a good thing, Dave?
No. Well, it's a great thing, yes. Right.
You should always have fun. Always have fun. It's not just about for having fun when you were a kid, but it should be. I mean, fun is fun. Now, Dave, I have a question for you.
And later on in the show, we'll get into some fun things that adults can do.
Okay. My question for you is
we're reversing the role here. I'm getting a question.
I have a question for you. That's right. Okay. Shooting It Straight 2.0.
Shooting It Straight with Dave G. What's up?
Uh-oh. When you were a kid, I was talking to somebody at soccer practice, and not my soccer practice, my son's soccer practice, and we were talking about this, and it came up, so I wanted to ask you, when you were a kid, did you sleep over people's, like your friends' houses and stuff like that? I
did, yes. Multiple times.
I never did it, and I think it's an Italian thing, because a lot of Italians never, I slept over my cousin's house over the summers and stuff I did stuff like that, but it had to be family. If it wasn't family, there was no sleepover. It was like, why are you sleeping over there? You got a perfectly good bed over here. There's a roof over your head. You go, you hang out with your friends, and then you come home. Those were the rules. You went, you played, you had fun, you came home, you slept in your bed. I don't know if it's because your parents didn't trust you. I don't know if it's because your parents just wanted you to be home. But when I was talking to a group of women also, soccer moms, because I'm like the soccer mom with the soccer moms. And they said that a lot of the Mexican culture was the same way. You could sleep over a family's house whenever. But if a friend wanted you to sleep over, you never slept over. And I found that weird. I'm like, that's how I lived. But then all these other people were like, oh no, we slept over everybody's house. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So you did this on a regular?
Yes, and it wasn't just, because you have multiple friends when you're a kid, so sometimes that the location would change. It might be the same people.
I still have multiple friends as an adult too, Dave. I don't
know. No, true. But, as you get older, your circle gets a little smaller and smaller and smaller.
Fair enough.
But back in the day, like I said, you had your little clique, but you would sleep over, for me anyway.
Right.
The location would change, but it'd probably be, similar friends. But it could have been just my parents didn't want us in the fucking house, so they're like, go.
Right, they're like, get them out.
Get them out and go. Okay. But they would also sleep over my house, or I would sleep over their house. So it wasn't just, I could have people over. Yeah. And like I said, we said before the show, I would bowl on Sunday mornings. So Saturday nights, that was the thing. We'd go over to the house. We'd party as hard as you could party as a teenager, and then you slept over.
As a teenager?
And we would bowl in the morning.
So you did this as like a teenager?
Yeah, this was my junior. Yeah,
junior year of high school.
No, Yeah, it probably was. It was like my teens. Yeah,
Okay.
my teens.
Okay. I didn't do a lot of that. I went with one of my good friends, Dee Dee. We went on a vacation. I went with his family one time. But, I mean, that was the extent of it. Outside that, you slept at home.
Well, you were probably, even at that age, in your teen years, you were probably still looking to try to pick up chicks or something like that, so you didn't have time for sleepovers.
I did
no
start
sports,
very
no
early.
sleepovers.
I did start very early, Dave. In preschool, I had two girlfriends at the same time. They were cousins, and my mother has a picture of me with my arm around both of them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so it started at an early age. I couldn't help myself. It was just what I did. I don't know. So maybe that's why I wasn't on a sleepover. They were scared.
It's a possibility.
It is a possibility. Now, sleepover camps. Have you ever done a sleepover camp?
Never did a sleepover camp, no.
Okay. Obviously, I've never slept over anybody's house. I never did a sleepover camp either.
Right.
One summer, I did go to a camp where my mother would drop me off in the morning, and they would pick me up later on that afternoon or whatever. I did that for a little while, but that was about the extent of it. But I was a towel whip. We would whip towels. Mm-hmm. I championed that. Woo! I would be able to wrap. I would whip and wrap, and I'd pull the towels out of other people's hands sometimes.
Yeah.
I was good. I'd snap a towel. Oh, you come home with scars. Again, why I probably wasn't allowed to sleep over anywhere.
Yeah, probably. But no, because it was me and my sister, so that was our parents would trust the two of us together to be, because she was the older sister, so she watched over the house, and they just went to work and left us on our own. We didn't have the money to send us to that stuff. Usually, like the getaway summer camps are people that have the money that they can
they're very
get
pricey.
somewhere.
Yeah. I never did that, even with my kids. I never did that. Summer camp. I did the same thing that I did one year with my kids. They went to a summer camp where we dropped them off in the morning, we picked them up in the afternoon. They had zip lines and all this other stuff, but it wasn't anything like woo. They had like it's art day or whatever, shooting bows and arrows and stuff like that. But my wife brought to my attention an adult summer camp, and it's a sleepover, and it looks freaking awesome. It's an all-inclusive. They got food. They make food for you. There's drinks. There's drinking games. There's slides and water parks and like all that. Not water parks, but like water games and stuff like that, where you would have it kids summer camp for adults. And I am all about it.
Well, yeah. Well, when you showed us the video beforehand.
Yes.
It does look fire. I've never heard of any of this stuff,
Camp No Counselor, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I mean, I send my kid. I do the same thing in the summertime. It's expensive as shit, but we got to do it because it's better than her sitting home, being a zombie to the social media, whatever. But this thing with the adult summer camp, that sounds like more of a vacation, man. Just go and let go and just let loose, man.
Yeah, I mean, they had archery there. They had the water slides. They had the rafting. The fucking sitting on the back of the mountain climbing, like rock climbing or whatever, rock walls, pools, lakes, bikinis.
And they kept emphasizing drinking, so I'm assuming there's a lot of adult beverages there too.
A lot of adult beverages, and I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a big fan of that.
Big fan of that.
Dave's coming out soon. We will both be big fans of that.
Fans of the adult beverages.
And if anybody's watching who works with me, I might be off a couple days.
Get that refrigerator stocked, boy.
I'm ready. I'm getting ready. It's a couple more days, about a week or so left, and then Dave's going to be out here. I can't wait for that. Yeah. But yeah, so something like that. I saw that, and I was like, I got to go. Like, that looked awesome. Yeah. Would you do something like that?
Oh, hell yeah. In a heartbeat.
Would your wife do something like that?
If we had... See, I don't know. Because it's hard to see if she would be comfortable in that kind of a setting for me, my opinion. But me, I would love to do that. But it's my kid. Like, we would have to find us, obviously, because it's
well, while she's in camp, you can go to camp. It could be a family camp
getaway.
There you go. It's the perfect week.
Then I sign up. As long as I know my daughter is safe somewhere, then let's do it. Let's go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that would actually help because it would help my wife to relax for a change for a week instead of worrying about all the, like we all do, worrying about the day in the day activities, you know? So it would be nice to see her relax and have a couple drinks for a change, you know?
And then go down the water slide.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to do the one, and I don't know if they have them, but where you sit on the pillow and somebody jumps on the thing and then it shoots you into the air.
Oh, and it shoots you up in the air? Yeah.
I've never done that. I totally want to do that.
Yeah.
Shoot me into Dave, jump on the back.
People go up in the air like this.
Totally down. I'm totally down.
Yeah.
I would love that. I think that'd
I'm
be
surprised
awesome.
they don't have that out there because in that big ass that lake you took me to one time, you could put a big ass inflatable out there.
They have a bunch of stuff out there, and Dave, in case your wife's listening, I did not take them there. For the record, I did not take them there, and I promise I did not. We all know I say a lot of things, but I do not ever lie. There's a spot where a lot of the college kids go. And they're all topless, and they tie the boats together, and they are drinking like lunatics. And I totally wanted to tie on one time and just go there and just be... I've never done it, though. But I'm like, there's nothing there that will help me but get in trouble.
Yeah. Was it like a spring break kind of deal for them, or are they there all the time? Yeah, it's just
basically... But yeah, they all... During the summer, they just all go to this one spot.
Oh, okay.
And they tie their boats together, and you can walk across boats and just do whatever, and everybody's hammered and half naked, and it sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
But I know that's not good. No good. No good's coming of that.
No good is good. Yeah.
So I just stay on my boat. When we went out, me and you went out. We took the boat out. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Have some fun. Come back. Done.
Nobody got in trouble. Everything was great.
No specialty thongs and no topless women around or anything else like that. So.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave.
Maybe next time. But speaking of water slides, you want to go into that?
Yeah, sure. No? Yeah.
All right. Well, apparently there's a woman who's suing Disney for getting a super wedgie.
She's suing Disney for a super wedgie.
Yeah.
Because she went down a water ride,
a water slide. Yeah.
Water slide.
The Humunga Cowabunga or something out there in Disney.
Humunga Cowabunga. If her top came off, you might have seen Humunga Cowabunga, but I don't know the woman, so maybe not.
Right.
I don't know.
But what did she want? Like to sign a waiver or something like that to say, hey, it's like.
Here's my question: you go up on the thing, and you're all the way up top. You're all the way up here. The shit drops. How many stories down does it go?
To be honest, I don't even know.
It's like 30, 40 feet. Like it's 3 or 4 stories, whatever. Drops down. Let's just say it's 40 feet. Right. You're dropping down 40 feet against water. I mean, the water's flowing with you, but you're going faster than the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody knows, as a man, as a woman, you keep your legs crossed, and it's pulling your shorts all the way up your ass. Mm-hmm. There's no way around it.
Yep. And if you're dumb enough to have your legs go that way, guess where the water's going?
You have a colonoscopy. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
You are cleaned out. So I hope there's extra chlorine in the water. But that's what happened. But everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. Can you really sue for getting a super wedgie?
I have no idea. I don't know. She maybe she had. Well, I think she had lacerations and stuff down there, or whatever. And she probably suffered some emotional trauma. So she's.
Listen, there have been women at Action Park when Action Park was open, where women lose their tops, and it's like the highlight of every teenage boy's fantasy.
Right.
Like every boy's at the bottom going, I hope somebody loses their top.
Right.
And they get up and they're like, oh my God!
Right.
Because that's what the women sound like in my head. And as a boy, you're like...
Yeah.
So you got a wedgie. I'm sorry.
Suck it up and move along. Yeah. How is that the park's fault?
It's the park's fault you got a wedgie. Wear a better bathing suit.
Right. Or how about this? Don't go on the rides, because that's kind of what's going to happen.
Ta-da! It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can get away with that and say, "Oh no, that's the park's fault." That you went down a water slide and you got a wedgie, and okay, it's bad.
Yeah, and apparently this happened in 2019, and it's just getting like sought out now. So it takes. I knew the justice system was slow, but really 4 fucking years, and we're finally getting to this. But I'm wondering if because of this case, at that water park, they're gonna like have disclaimers now saying, ride at your own risk.
Right.
Super wedgies could happen.
Yeah. No, they're gonna have some. They're definitely gonna have something. I'd like to see the pictures though that they have to put, because a lot of times they put pictures with the words so that you can, if you don't speak English or whatever, you're at the park, you understand still. So there's gonna be a picture of some woman in a whole full bathing suit, back end, like French cut or whatever, where it's covering some cheek, and then next one's gonna be like a thong. Right up the crack. This could happen to you.
This could happen.
Good luck.
If you're okay with this, then you can go on this ride.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way. I got to imagine, and I don't know, but you've been at Disney a lot more than I have. Mm-hmm. I haven't been to a Disney water park in...
I've never gone to any of their water parks. For the record.
I've been to water parks, though.
Yeah.
I've seen ass cheeks hanging out everywhere. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of thongs.
Yep.
What's the difference between their thong and her thong at the end of the ride?
I have no idea.
Mine wasn't supposed to be a thong.
I think
Shut up!
I think it was just mere execution. She executed the slide wrong. She got hurt and wants to blame them because she thinks that she can get money. Because, everybody's sue happy. So she's like, I got hurt. I can sue them. I'll get money. Because somebody probably said, hey, you could probably get something from this, you know.
Here's the public announcement to all women going down a water slide. And it works in many situations, but here's what it is for the water slide scenario right now. Keep your freaking legs crossed.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get a mini wedgie.
Yes.
You won't get a super wedgie. The more you know.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just... People can sue for anything now. I mean, it started... The whole sue happy crazy bullshit started when the woman burned herself having coffee at fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
The cup of coffee. I burned myself on the coffee. I knew it was hot coffee. I didn't know it was that hot.
Yeah.
It's hot coffee.
Yeah.
You burned yourself on hot coffee.
I could have sued the stupid microwave dinner places. I don't know, Sleepovers or whoever. Because I put that shit in one time in my 20s. I put it in a microwave, put it on for whatever it was. I took it out, and the sauce came out as I took it out of the microwave.
Oh, that's lava. That's not sauce, that's lava at the time.
Yeah, it landed on my wrist, and I went to wipe the sauce off. When I wiped the sauce off, guess what happened? A layer of skin went with it. I was like, torched. But I didn't sue them because their product didn't say, hey,
contents will be hot when coming out of the microwave.
Exactly. But wait a minute. 20 years later, I could probably still sue for that.
You could probably still get away with it. I haven't had a meal in the microwave since. The trauma alone. Yeah, I cannot eat anything anymore.
I suffered so much mental damage from this.
When Don makes popcorn, the PTSD makes me trigger, and I burn I feel it on my arms. It hurts so bad. Shut up. It's crazy.
Man. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But have you ever been in I know I haven't, outside of burning my skull, but have you ever been in a situation where you're like, you know what? I could sue for this shit, and just chose not to?
No, I don't think so. I mean... There's not... I'm looking at my wrist to see... I went to Mexico with my family, and I jumped in... It's mostly gone now. I had a scar on my... Right, the little tuturu.
Right.
Like, I was swimming, and my arm hit the bottom of the pool or something, like when I was swimming or joking around or doing whatever. Right. And I came up, and I was bleeding. I was like, oh, damn, that sucks.
Right.
Could I have sued?
Yeah. Your pull is too sharp, man. Your pull is too sharp.
Yeah. The ground, you have to buff it out, sand it down. Like, no, I don't sue for anything. What am I suing for?
Yeah.
I did something, if I get hurt, I did something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That's on me.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to tell me, this can cause cancer, or this is going to be hot, or this, like, we know about it already.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge. You shouldn't be able to sue for common knowledge. That's just called common sense. And if you don't have it, you're stupid and you don't deserve anything. You don't. You could be the smartest person. You could be book smart all you want. You got no common sense. You're dumb as ass.
He said it, not me.
I did say it. I did it, and I stand by it. If you're suing for something stupid that's common sense, you're dumb as ass. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No common sense. Stupid.
Well,
and then they wonder why the world's going down. This is the only country where you could sue for stupid crap like that.
Yeah. Well, we had a lady that's probably going to sue the airlines for, well, she should have checked it in, but she tried to bring a giraffe poop in.
Giraffe poop. In the article, she said that she has I think it was a moose poop necklace, a moose feces necklace.
So she already has one, but she
already has one.
Okay.
She has a necklace made of moose poop or feces. And I guess she wears it around. One. First and foremost. I don't understand people who get excited about poop. I don't get it. I don't get it.
There's a fetish for everything.
God bless. Enjoy. As long as the person you're with likes it and everything, have a good time. Personally, I think it's shitty and keep it away from me.
Literally.
And figuratively.
So,
I don't need that.
Little backstory. The lady was in Kenya or whatever. She put giraffe poop in a box, put it in her suitcase, and got flagged because she could have been bringing some kind of disease or something into the United States.
So
she wanted to use the giraffe poop, and build a necklace. So there you go.
Okay. I've heard of pearl necklaces.
Yeah.
I've heard of ruby necklaces. But I've never heard of a poop necklace. This woman's she's making poop necklaces.
Yeah.
She already has a moose poop necklace.
And now giraffe.
And now she wants a giraffe poop. Like, where do you wear these necklaces? How do you...
I have no idea.
Honey, do these earrings go with my moose poop necklace?
Is she going? My question is she going to the zoos and stuff and like getting like the janitors and saying, "Hey, do you have any horse shit that I can use?" Or did the elephants drop a deuce? I don't have elephant poop yet. Did they drop anything?
Does she sculpt it? Does she like it? Just this whole story just is very It's just odd.
Yeah.
Odd as crap. How you came across this, I don't even... Dave, you find some shit.
Well, it's like, I have 2 cats. When I'm scooping their litter, I'm not sitting there going...
You could make a fortune.
I could wear this.
I could make a feces necklace. This is going to be great. I can't wait to wear this around. Yay!
Like, I don't understand why you would even want to.
Yeah.
Why would you want to make a necklace out of any type of feces? At all?
Yeah.
And in specific animals? Like, I get bearskin rugs.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
If the animal had passed away and you made a fur jacket like an Eskimo, by all means. Great. PETA, I don't want to hear shit. If the animal died, we can use it.
It's funny you said that because I'm like, you just offended all the animal lovers.
No. If the animal dies of natural causes or just whatever, or if you're using it for food or anything else, and vegetarians, I don't understand that. Vegans, I don't understand that either. We all eat whatever. It doesn't make sense not to for me, but God bless you as long as you're healthy and safe and everything else. Good for you. I'm not saying go out and murder animals just because you want to murder animals.
Right.
If you go out and you hunt an animal and you eat the animal and you use the skin for clothing or something or whatever it is, and you're using the full animal, that's okay with me.
Right.
So, like, I get that, but never did I go, I could use their piss as cologne.
As cologne, yeah.
Or I can use their crap as accessories. No!
It's I don't know why my brain went there, but you were talking about the piss. You know there's like a straw where you could actually... so people might want to like drink pee.
A straw for what?
There's a straw that like if
it purifies it.
It purifies it so that when you can actually
Dave,
drink
I'm like,
pee.
what are you talking about?
You can actually drink pee, and it
Right.
doesn't taste like pee. It tastes like water
Right.
or some shit like
Right,
that.
but yeah, it repurifies it or does whatever.
Yeah.
There's tablets and stuff like that if you're lost or this, that, the other, if you're in the
Right.
wilderness. And this is a reason number, I don't even know what number this one would be, but why I don't go camping. There's no reason to be out where you might get lost somewhere that you have to do this.
That's why, like, if you're stuck, like if you go on a boat and you're stuck, you can drink your own pee and stay hydrated.
How about this? You're in a lake. Can you desalt the lake instead? Or it's a lake. If you're in a lake, it's natural water. Is it better to drink the water and just clean that up a little bit? Just saying. I think there's other choices if you're on a boat besides your pee.
Right. Hey, it's an option.
There's a lot of options, Dave. I'm not coming back with a poop necklace either. But it's just ridiculous. It just seems absolutely absurd to me that somebody would want to wear a poop necklace. I mean, they would, again, with the animals and wearing animals and stuff like okay, but not.
Yeah,
Not
that brings
poop.
it to another level of wearing an animal.
That's just odd, and she's trying to fly it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't understand. How much did she pay for that poop?
I have no idea.
What's the going rate for giraffe poop?
For giraffe poop? I don't know. We gotta find that out.
African giraffe poop, nonetheless, from wherever she was, Kenya or something.
Kenya. Yeah.
That seems odd. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know. It's stupid.
Nuts. In other news, I guess you wanted to discuss this. The Washington football team over the year, it used to be the Washington Redskins.
I'll say it, Dave. You're scared. I will say it. It was the Washington Redskins. That is a factual statement. If anybody has a problem, look it up.
And then they changed to the football team, the Washington football team, and then it was the Washington.
Right, because they didn't know what name to make them, so they just made them football team.
Right. So, and then I guess they got bought out. I think they're under new ownership now, or they were sold, and now they're thinking they're going to change it again, but they're saying, no, they're going to stay. But apparently you saw that there's a group that's saying...
There's a group of Native Indians
right.
that have a lawsuit going now saying that they should be called the Redskins. Because, do you know why they were called the Redskins, Dave?
Why were they called the Redskins, Todd?
Dave, let me tell you, they were called the Redskins because they were the first football team to actually have a Redskin in Native Indian play, I believe.
Okay.
And then I think it went from 1 to 2 to 3, and so they became the Redskins. I forget what their name was before that, but then once they became a team that had the first 3 Native Americans, they go to the Washington Redskins. Which, for all intents and purposes, was perfect until people got woke.
Right.
And now, everybody who's not a Native American is up in arms saying, you can't say that because it's racist and you're making it bad. You're saying that the Indians are no good, and you're saying that it depicts them as bad people. No, they're freaking Washington Redskins. And the Indians, the Native American Indians, were happy and proud of that. Just like, and I'm going to say it, Dave. Watch Dave squirm. His butthole's going to get tight. You're going to see it in his face. Aunt Jemima's family loved the fact that Aunt Jemima had the kerchief on her hat because that was actually somebody's aunt back in the day when they made the syrup. And now they're saying that they can't do it anymore because it's offensive. Guess what? The family who is related to Aunt Jemima wants it. So stop being so woke, you dumb fucks.
Oh my God. Again. He said it, not me.
It's ridiculous. I'm all about equality. I'm all about equal rights. And I'm all about everybody being loved and cared for and taken care of. And no judgment, no prejudice, no hate, no nothing. 100% across the boards. But it gets to a point where it's too far. The people who are involved are proud of their heritage and proud of these products, and these people who have nothing to do with any of it are the ones that are going, no, that can't be. You have to change it. No, you don't. You're the one making it prejudice, not them, not anybody else. They're proud of it. That shows how their group, their connection to society has grown and how they became a part of what is in this world today, and you're erasing that.
They even had to change the Cleveland Indians baseball
Right.
team, change the Cleveland Guardians now or whatever. So
Right.
you know,
It's stupid. It's stupid. Nobody's looking at it going, "Oh, that's terrible and racist," except for the people who are racist and trying to stop it from being racist.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be racist just because it's a name. The only way it becomes racist is when you give it power. And when you start talking about it like it is racist. That's when it becomes racist.
yes, yes, that's all I'll say. Yes.
See, his butthole is puckered up real tight.
I'll just have a
Real
sip of
tight.
beer.
Dave's scared of this stuff. I shoot it straight. I'm gonna be honest. I'm honest. I'm Italian. Some Italians get very upset about, calling those A shirts a guinea tea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guinea tea. There is no power. You can call me a wop. You can call me a guinea. You can call me anything you want. Any derogatory term. And I can say it because I'm Italian. So I can say it. But so can you. And guess what? It's not going to break my heart and it's not going to make me sad. Do you know what WAP actually means, Dave? Do you know where WAP came from?
I have no idea.
History lesson, Dave.
There we go.
WAP.
Educate us.
When people came over to Ellis Island, they had their paperwork, right?
Okay.
This is their paper. Sometimes people didn't have their papers. They had a stamp. Without papers. WAP.
Ah. Okay.
So WAP really means you didn't have your papers when you came over to Ellis Island. Now,
Okay.
does that mean it's racist that I'm Italian and I should be... Oh, you said what? You called me No, you can call me anything you want, and guess what? You're not going to get a reaction out of me because my reaction gives you power.
Was it, well, I mean, obviously...
It was all, but of a lot of Italians, I guess, they didn't
Well,
have
that's what I was going to say. Yeah, was it just primarily Italians that didn't have their papers?
That I don't know. But that's why they're all named Tony. It said to New York. Tony. Tony. No, that's not true. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
That one I made up. I don't know if that's true or not. I just made that one up, but it sounds good. That's why there's so many Tonys and Antonies. But that's where WAP came from. And the only way... Dave, if you called me a WAP, and I go, whatever.
Right.
Are you going to do it to me again? If
I
you
wouldn't
do,
it.
are you
I
going to get a
wouldn't do it.
reaction out of me again? No.
No.
How many times are you going to do it till you don't get a reaction?
Well, you probably have... If I was that kind of person, you'd probably move on to the next person until you got a reaction.
That's my point.
Yeah.
The only way any of those words have any power is because I allow them to have power over me.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't react the way you want me to react, and I could care less, then there's no word you can say that's ever going to offend me.
Right.
There's your racism. It's all over. I ended racism.
Yay!
All right, I didn't end racism. I didn't end
No, you did
racism,
not.
and it's a lot more detailed than that, and I was making a joke. But there's a lot of it, like the Washington Redskins, like calling me a WAP, like all that. It's very simple to fix. Don't let it bother you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to bother you anymore. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you... That person's an asshole, and they're going to die, and screw them.
Yeah.
And they'll never get the rise out of me that they want to get out of me. And they're going to... I know they're going to die, never getting it out of me.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, is like for the older generation, for me, I'm not going to speak for my whole generation, but it just went with all this shit out there, it makes it more difficult to not assimilate, but to converse with certain people because you don't know... All this garbage is out there, and you don't know if they're going to be like, hey, don't speak to me, or don't do this, or don't say that, So you kind of have to, like, tiptoe around stuff until you get to really know them and know your limits of how you can speak to people and stuff, which is bullshit, because you should just be able to come up to anybody, not be, like you were saying,
not be a rude or an asshole.
Right, exactly. But just be able to be yourself. And unfortunately, with today's culture, you don't want to offend anybody, so you have to, like, be really, really careful.
Well, here's how... I mean, if somebody's offensive to you, you don't talk to them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If they're offensive to the next person and the next person has the same attitude as you, guess what? Sooner or later, that person's alone. Two things are going to happen. One, they're going to change who they are, which probably won't happen. Or two, they're going to be alone, and they're going to die alone, and it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So who gives a shit?
Yeah.
That's my theory. Now, I know, me being me, and there's a lot more people who have dealt with a lot more discrimination and everything else.
Right.
And it's a lot
Absolutely.
more deep-rooted than that, and I have family members that have dealt with it, and I've heard their stories, and it's sad. It really is sad, and it's depressing. But if we get to a point where we can stop letting it affect us to the way that it has, then it stops them from having any power over you with any words that they say.
Yeah.
The more you know.
There's a bunch of them this episode.
PBA or not, we just get them out there.
We have to come up with the ringtone or some kind of,
Bring it up this way.
some kind of PSA now for us,
We'll get our IT guy on it. IT guys.
Yeah. Come up with a sound.
Us and a friend of ours, so we'll see what we can do. we need the more you know sound.
Yeah.
And symbol. We'll just hit the button and all of a sudden, the more you know.
Might be copyrighted, so we have to come
It might
up
be.
with our own.
The more I know, it will say the more I know. All right. Well, with that, it brings us to the end of our show. So hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully you're not offended. Dave, I know, is very nervous about it. Look at him. He's offended. He's a little worried. His butthole's tighter than a...
It's starting to unpucker a little bit.
Oh, all right, good. He's relaxing a little bit. That's good. But if you have any questions you want, anything you want to rebuttal on, anything I said that might raise a flag for you or you agree with, write in the comments. Send us an email, shootingitstraight@wdc@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Hit the like button, ring the bell, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know. And until next week, I hope everybody has a great week. See you guys.
Peace, everybody. Hee hee.